Focus. Home interactivity. Frogwares. Powered by Unreal Engine. Physics by NVIDIA. And with that, I welcome you to a new Let's Play of mine. Today we are going to be playing Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Another game I've had in my Steam library for a long time and that I wanted to Let's Play at a moment in the future, and today that moment has come. I don't expect this will be a very long series, and in a couple of weeks a game will come out that I eagerly want to Let's Play, Trails in the Sky the Third, and I wanna play that on release, so yeah, we're gonna have to be done with this series by then. Definitely. If you don't know me, I play video games. I usually play as I play the game as complete as possible, meaning I look at every little thing and I try to find every hidden thing that there is to find in a video game, which usually ends up with, well, me getting 90 or 95% of what is there, never 100, because why? I don't understand myself. But I don't know much about this game, and well, I have played the first hour or so over a year ago, and well, today we are going to be starting a new game, and we're gonna do this. You won't be able to interact with me because I pre-record everything, so this episode, when this episode when you see this, the entire Let's Play is already recorded, but that is besides the point. We're gonna just start right now. Yeah. That's Russian? In memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly Hundred. That's Russian. Frogwares presents Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishments. Starring Sherlock Holmes. Are we playing a movie now? Dr. John Watson. Inspector G. Lestrade, Mrs. Hudson. I don't know if I want to read through all of these. Oh, those were all of them. So I guess I just left out the last two, which makes me a dick. Cool. The Fate of Black Peter. Okay. Well, you're probably gonna give me a tutorial at some point. Alright, I know that theme or that song. From whom is that?
Will you stop that?
Who's that from?
You are utterly mad. Stop, Holmes!
Is that you, Watson?
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded? Oh, you...
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confident step. Clinking handcuffs. Policeman. Ninth step avoided. Inspector Lestrade.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone then.
I shall go alone then. Press tab to open the casebook and check your current progress in the investigation, tasks, evidence, etc. Alright, that is Black Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in Indiana. We just read through that. I don't have to read that out again. We can go down here to Woodman's Lee. We're right now in the Baker Street. If you don't know who Sherlock Holmes is, like I can't help you at that point anymore. Can't help you. That's all the evidence we got. Profile of the victim. Tasks: investigate the murder of Peter Carey. Inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee. Select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. What do you mean suit? Why can't I go in my, you know, my man suit? No, I don't know what to call that. Bathrobe? I guess. Can I just walk around? Telescope. Boy, get away from that. Let's not do that again. Can I see her through the window? Just like this? Yep. Alright, cool. That's a thing. Okay, the sensitivity's a little weird.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
So we've got this third-person control, but I'd like to zoom out a little more. This is kind of, odd. Okay. I guess we'll try and examine everything we got here. We are supposed to go to the wardrobe, select the suit.
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Well, I could clean this up alone, but I won't. Ooh, those are 7 swords. Kinda nice, don't you think?
My archive. I can always consult with it, if needed.
Who knows what's in there, though?
My archive. I can always consult with it, if needed. This is where I keep my post.
Cool.
This is where
Can we
I keep
read
my
it?
Post.
No. More.
My archive.
Okay.
I can always consult with it, if needed.
Yeah, you do that. You sound like a broken record right now. The map.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Why don't you take it with
A
you?
map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Okay, we're not taking the map with us.
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
Thank you. So this is where the lady came in from, so that's not where we want to go. This is Watson's room. Right. What do you got? That's where you, I don't, shave, I guess. I can't examine his stuff? Why can't I examine his stuff? Nice photograph. Alright, let's select a suit. I can run. Good. Makeup table. What? Can I... Those are all locked. This one isn't. Customization, huh? Jesus. Why is the top hat not locked? Well, we're taking a top hat then. Glasses? Some sick punk glasses? Rimless? No. Facial hair? A bunch. Any of these not locked? So I guess through finding stuff you can unlock these things? Jesus. He's got a man bush in his face. Boy, to wardrobe. So, morning gown is what you'd call that, huh? Sailor outfit is locked. Locked. Casual suit is not. Black suit is not. Brown suit. Green. Good lord, I look like a leprechaun in that suit. Gray suit with a red vest. Okay. Light suit. Bandit outfit. Heck yes. Okay, I guess we're taking the light suit. Why do you go with a suit anyways? That top hat looks so dumb. I'm definitely taking that off. Can't have you walking around with that shit. Okay, we're done. I guess he changed just like that. Nice stuff. Okay, let's walk over here. Nope, let's run over here is what I wanted to say by that. Nice bust. Whose bust is that? Is that yours? No. A box. Alright, I think we're done here. I think we can now do some investigation. Do some investigation, that's what we're here for after all. So, Woodmansley. So, yeah. Cool. I don't have to push continue, but I could, and I will.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Join Lestrade at Woodmansley. Completed. So this is our little area that we could examine. This is the main road.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Tab. Dialogue. The garden and the fields are well kept. A capable gardener works here. So I'm supposed to walk around a little bit and talk to everything? I guess.
Mr. Holmes?
Hello, random policeman. So that ticked from quite a distance, so I guess we don't need that much. But some clues would be nice here. Not a door I can do anything with. That's probably how this entire game is gonna play out. Me walking around a bunch. He's up here, not down there, so I want to go down there first. Well-maintained garden. Those look like footsteps. Can I look at the footsteps? What's that T button? Concentrate on your attention on finding details that others incline to overlook. Footprints.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Evidence required. Exit. So I'm supposed to push T now, and how much concentration meter do I have? Or am I just gonna walk around in black and white mode all the time now? And question, does this do anything even? I guess, I hope. Was it just for those footprints? I don't know. I do not. Can I not walk over the crops? I guess. I guess we gotta find a different way. Okay, that was good.
Mr. Holmes?
Yep, I heard that voice before. Cannot go in there. What's that stuff? Why is there a boat here? Oh, those actually glow. Okay. So those big footprints are the only thing that glows over here. Anything else? I don't know. Let's just talk to him. Let's just talk to him. This is still the first mission, so I can't do anything wrong. Let's say that.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Anything unusual that night? When was the body found? Is there a gardener? Anything unusual that night?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
What's that? He doesn't give me a... I don't know what that means. Evening before the murder.
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
What a nice man you're describing. When was the body found?
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock. I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Did he have any visitors? Is there a gardener?
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here, after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
So, let's click at that button. What? What am I doing? Cool. Birdhouse. Gardening gloves. A book. Crested tit. Cool. Anything else? What are you looking at? Catholic rosary. Character portrait. Everything will become easier. What's that green? I don't know.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
What? What?
Never mind.
What was that? Was I supposed to click on the white faded stuff, or...?
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Never mind.
Huh?
You have indeed.
Yeah.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Never mind.
Am I supposed to push Q or am I just dumb?
You have He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh, my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Wow. I pushed Q the first time around. Choose the evidence that confronts the statements of a character in order to continue the investigation. How do you know about Plymouth? Profile of the victim, pilgrimage, well-kept garden, unidentified footprints. That's bullshit. What's that got to do with Plymouth? Well-kept garden, don't got anything to do with Plymouth? I don't know anything about Plymouth. Did it say that in the profile of the victim? I could just, like, browse evidence. Wow. Okay. Success. Retired. What's pilgrimage? Pilgrimage. Judith Carey is a woman with an uneasy life due to her unhappy marriage with Peter. She is a very religious Christian Catholic woman who undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. When he came back from Plymouth. Let's say that. Let's say pilgrimage. I don't know what that means, but that's her information.
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Thank you, madam.
So the thing is, I didn't come up with that. I just, you know, the other options were just not good enough. Alright, I'm gonna have to get used to that, though. That was not ideal. Those gardening gloves do not look like a man would wear them either. Alright, we talked to Mrs. Carey. Let's find ourselves a pair of big fat boots so we can, you know... Oh... Let's make this a little easier. Nothing on the roof either? Okay. Mr. Holmes, I'm not even gonna bother you. There's light inside of there. Is that... What... Is this where the body is in? Probably. Okay. Talk to you again. Woman. Come on.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
No, down there. That's Inspector... I want to say Leroy, but he's not called Leroy, is he now?
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Oh, good. Let's go in. Now, before I go into the hut and examine Peter Carey's body, I hope you enjoyed my first episode of Sherlock Holmes Crimes and Punishments. There's going to be a lot more. Of course, I have to warm up into the Let's Playing business at first, so this might have not been the most commentary-heavy episode, but it's gonna change. You just stick with me and it's gonna be good. I hope you enjoyed it, though, and I hope I will see you in the next episode as well. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I see you throughout the rest of the series. Until next time, bye-bye.